The story of Noah in the Quran. The story of the prophets in Islam. Chapter 1: The Beginning. Once upon a time, there lived a man named Noah. Noah lived in a world where many people had turned away from the truth and were doing evil things. But Noah was different. He was a faithful servant of Allah, known for his good deeds and his love for Allah. One day, Noah was walking through the town when he heard a man say, "I do not believe in Allah. I do as I please and do not fear the consequences." Noah was saddened by this man's words, and he said, "O my brother, Allah is most merciful and most gracious. It is our duty to believe in Him and follow His commands." The man laughed and said, "You are wasting your time, Noah. No one listens to you." Noah replied, "Even if no one listens to me, I will still follow the path of righteousness and worship Allah. For Allah is the most powerful and most wise." And so, Noah continued to live a righteous life, always putting his faith in Allah and following His commands. This is the beginning of the story of Noah, a faithful servant of Allah who lived in a world where many had turned away from the truth. Despite the challenges he faced, Noah remained steadfast in his beliefs and continued to worship Allah with all his heart. Chapter 2: The Message from Allah. One day, Noah received a message from Allah, as mentioned in Quran 11:37, "And build the ark under our watchful eyes and directions, and do not plead with me for those who have done wrong, for they will surely be drowned." Noah, peace be upon him, was shocked and asked, "O Allah, how can I build such a large ark? And how will I convince others to believe in your message?" Allah replied, as mentioned in Quran 11:38, "Fear not, Noah. I am with you and will guide you. Build the ark and gather the animals, for the flood will come soon." Noah immediately began to build the ark, working day and night. But many people in his town laughed at him and said, "Noah, you are wasting your time. There will be no flood." Noah replied, "I have faith in Allah," as mentioned in Quran 11:14, and His message. "I will not let the words of the unrighteous deter me." And so, Noah, peace be upon him, continued to work on the ark, despite the ridicule of others. He gathered the animals and prepared for the coming flood, as mentioned in Quran 11:40. In this chapter, we see that Allah has revealed to Noah, peace be upon him, that a great flood is coming and that he must build an ark to save himself and the animals. Despite the disbelief of others, Noah remains faithful to Allah and follows His command. Chapter 3: The Great Flood. And then, the moment finally arrived. The flood came, and the water began to rise, drowning everything in its path, as mentioned in Quran 11:42, so the ark floated with them on the waves like mountains, and Noah called out to his son, who had separated himself from the others, "O my son, come aboard with us, and do not be with the disbelievers." Quran 11:42. Noah, peace be upon him, called out to his son, but he refused to come aboard the ark, as mentioned in Quran 11:42, "O my son, come aboard with us, and do not be with the disbelievers." The ark floated on the waves, and Allah protected it and kept it safe, as mentioned in Quran 11:40, "Take into the ark a pair from every species along with your family, except those against whom the decree to drown has already been passed, and those who believe." Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and still, the flood continued. But finally, the water began to recede, and the ark came to rest on a mountain, as mentioned in Quran 11:44, and it was said, "O earth, swallow up your water, and skies, clear up." And the water subsided, and the matter was fulfilled, and the ark rested on Mount Judy, and it was said, "Away with the wrongdoing people." Quran 11:44. In this chapter, we see the great flood coming and the ark floating on the waves, protected by Allah. We also see the faithfulness of Noah, peace be upon him, and his commitment to following Allah's commands, even in the face of ridicule from others. I hope. Chapter 4: The New Beginning. As the water subsided, and the ark came to rest on a mountain, Noah, peace be upon him, and all the creatures aboard the ark finally had a chance to step out into the new world, as mentioned in Quran 11:48, and it was said, "Come out of the ark, O community of people, and may blessings be upon you in countless numbers." Quran 11:48. Noah, peace be upon him, looked around and saw that the world was still and quiet, with no signs of life anywhere. But then Allah spoke to him, as mentioned in Quran 11:49, and think of your Lord's favors upon you. Have you any of the partners they associate with him? Quran 11:49. Noah, peace be upon him, realized that Allah had saved him and all the creatures on the ark for a reason, and he thanked Allah for his mercy, as mentioned in Quran 11:48, and it was said, Come out of the ark, O community of people, and may blessings be upon you in countless numbers. Quran 11:48. In this chapter, we see the new beginning for Noah, peace be upon him, and all the creatures on the ark, as they step out into a new world. We also see the gratitude of Noah, peace be upon him, as he realizes the mercy and favors of Allah. The story of Noah, peace be upon him, is one of the most important stories in the Quran, as it teaches us about the power of faith and the consequences of disbelief. Noah, peace be upon him, was a true servant of Allah, and his unwavering faith in the face of adversity is an inspiration to us all. In conclusion, the story of Noah, peace be upon him, reminds us that we should always put our faith in Allah, no matter what challenges we may face. We should also be grateful for the blessings and mercies of Allah, and remember that His plan is always for our ultimate good. The legacy of Noah, peace be upon him, lives on to this day, reminding us that faith and perseverance can overcome even the greatest of obstacles. We hope that this book has inspired young readers to learn more about the story of Noah, peace be upon him, and to always keep their faith in Allah. I hope this book has been helpful in bringing the story of Noah, peace be upon him, to life for young readers, and I wish you all the best in your continued studies of the Quran.